Mountaintop Removal is coal mining that explodes away the tops of mountains,
decimating plants and animals, polluting air and water, and flooding towns.
The rain is falling harder than it ever has. The dirt roads are becoming impossible to tell from the grass that lays beside them. And even the asphalt is hard to drive on beneath the water and water. My mama grew up way up on the mountaintop. My daddy had climbed it 102 times to see them. They say living in our town and looking up at what used to be their world makes them feel something like aliens
or refugees.
I didn't know we made refugees in America.
As your governor, I urge you not to yearn for these towns or these roads. The land is here to bear fruit.
I met a girl on the road to South Carolina yesterday. Found her mourning over a dead child because cheap energy had stolen the light from his eyes.
Consequence doesn't matter in America anymore.
I'm willing to bet her brother died, wishing he didn't have to go that way.
His lungs looked like valleys flooded with coal sludge and mountain scraps.
Blood vessels, imitated blackened rivers, nerves severed, demolished, nearly paralyzed.
Like a treasured and useful mountain.
There is nothing wrong with removing the tops of mountains. In fact, it actually helps the environment. By creating new landscapes for the animals, they get better adaptations for the futures. We're helping the animals, don't you see?
The animals lost their homes well before we did. I used to take my little brother to hunt the deer and the coons and the foxes with the red fur. Jimmy likes shooting birds, but it's hard to find them on the mountain these days.
However, Mountaintop Removal is giving plenty of jobs to American citizens.
Mining that came with dynamite only created jobs for a few out of town executioners. Our men used to be miners. They went last year in the spring.
Cut down all of our trees, and all at once our mountain had lost its top. They left long ago. Took their men and the explosions they brought to suck out the insides.
The hard work of miners has been extinguished. No more canary cages and diamond for your town. We come in and then quickly leave.
The government has a way of sugarcoating pain as something called
a casualty.
America asks for cheap labor and we give it. Don't tell me what you think is going on. I'll make the final call.
I guess things with value aren't really expected to get better. I never pictured a road trip ever being like this. Looking like the blood-stained slums of a city that gets more standoffish the more mountain debris takes residence in the Charleston Corporation limit. No, Governor. I did not enjoy driving through your town. It smells too much like it wants a way out.
You liberals don't understand this plan. I am putting their best interests on the line because I am not a politician. I am one of them.
We don't have a say. My little brother died at the side of the road. Lungs filled with the chemical exhales of a dead mountain, while our politicians looked away to coal executive campaign contributions.
When will anybody learn that there won't be people to sell cheap energy to if we keep finding ways to massacre them? I made a promise to Appalachia that when I got back to Cleveland, her brother's death wouldn't be a secret to anybody, even if they try to hide it from themselves.
The rain is coming down now. It is taking away my child.